Okay, good morning. Now, for the last few days, I've been hearing all this talk about Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Dez Bryant and making some sort of comment about black people and the reasons why they're not progressing. And he basically said this and made a quote from Charles Barkley, another guy who basically doesn't like black people or has never done anything for the black community. And I have to give my 2 cents on this because I mean, what is Des Bryant saying? Like he's saying that blacks are not doing well because of irresponsibility and a lack of trying. Well, he's a young man. He's probably in his 20s. He has a lot to learn about how this world runs, and he has a lot to learn about racism, or he's not aware of it. And it's amazing to me because a lot of people in this country they never talk about race. They talk about all this stuff about immigration and immigration policies, but never about race. And it's pretty sad to me. And but in the U.S. they talk about race, but surprisingly, Des Bryant doesn't think racism is the problem among blacks. Neither does Charles Barkley. But then again, Charles Barkley is married to a white woman. And Des Bryant, he has a lot to learn about how this racism system of racism works. Racism is a group effort, not an individual effort. And he's playing for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's a Pro Bowler. But if racism is not a problem, Des Bryant, if it's not a problem in itself, how come I don't see any black team owners that own NFL teams? And even here in Canada, I don't even see black people or black men that own any CFL teams. Like, what's going on here? Des Bryant talking about no racism? He's got to be kidding. I mean, there are no NFL owners that are black. I mean, nor there's any NBA owners that are black, with the exception of Michael Jordan. And even Major League Baseball, they don't have any team owners that are black. So it's got to tell you something right there. That the institutional or systematic racism that still take place in the U.S. and the systematic and the anti-black racism that takes place here in Canada. So I don't know what Des Bryant is I don't know where he gets his ideology from. That there's no racism in the U.S. and black people should be responsible. To some extent, I agree, but beyond that, I don't agree with that. Because I mean, no matter what you do as a black man or a black woman, these white folks are still gonna mistreat you. They're still gonna mistreat you and discriminate against you and put all kinds of obstacles, unseen obstacles in your way in order to prevent this black person or non-white person to get into their person from their goals. So he has a lot to learn, and for him to make a statement like that is uncalled for and unfair. Well, I shouldn't use the word fair because we're all mistreated, treated like dog poop, and eventually Des Bryant's going to find out the hard way that someday he's going to basically get cut from the Dallas Cowboys. He doesn't understand the whole business of sports. I mean, he's performing well, yes, but at some point Dallas Cowboys are going to release him, and he won't be without an NFL team. Look at the shit that Colin Kaepernick is going through. He's just being treated as an outcast by the National Football League. And Des Bryant eventually is going to get his rude awakening, or as they say, his wake-up call. And that's a state in itself for Des Bryant for making a statement like that. And I have to say the same for Charles Barkley, who's a sportscaster, and he might get his job cut, just like Stacey Dash got her job cut, and just like this other woman, what's her name? I forgot her name. She's a Tara, whatever her name is. She got cut from the Today Show, and along with this woman, I forgot her name too, but it'll come back to me. But you guys get the idea. Des Bryant's going to get his rude awakening. That's all I gotta say.